What's up, baby dolls? I have some critically urgent pDAI news again. Yes, I'm doing literally, friends, multiple videos a day here for you because I love and appreciate you. So let's get to the critical issue, friends. There's been some on-chain movement. So somebody, rumored Richard Hart, has increased the debt ceiling for pDAI on-chain. Look at this. So shout out to NineIronCapital. See, it was 25.1 million DAI, and they increased it here. They increased it a tiny bit. So what's happening, friends? Okay, pDAI, they're just testing it, okay? They're testing it right now. I'm back, and I'll show you more. It can only be minted if you add collateral. All right? There's no collateral. It can only be minted if you add collateral. That's what the community proposal is on December the 6th, okay? So the next step is now appearing. The MakerDAO proposal for December the 6th. Now, some people say, hey, maybe Richard fuds it. Maybe he doesn't. Look, friends, we're running out of time a bit. We are running out of time, and it would be very counter to the narrative if he, like, rejects it or anything. I still saw that there's another step there as well. But I'm giving you a lowdown, dude. I'm giving you a lowdown. I'm trying to just getting ahead on this information. That's all. So he could, like, not do anything with the proposal and then do something else as an executive decision. But I feel like Richard wants a decentralized stablecoin, so it would make no sense for him to do nothing with the community and then just go vote it yourself. Okay? It would make no sense. It feels like what he wants to happen is what's happening right now. So the community votes and says, hey, we want to vote on accepting the collateral, PulseChain and Hex, to make a decentralized stablecoin. We want to vote on that, okay? And it feels like he'll, at the last hour, on December the 6th, who knows, maybe earlier, he'll go yes. That will be big, okay? But then there will still be FUD, because people will say, oh, it could be anybody else. It's not necessarily Richard who has the MakerDAO coins, okay? But then they need more pieces of information to go on through, okay? So shout out to Mr. NineIronCapital who's been doing this as well. The peg is inevitable. Now, friends, I have extremely critical information, okay? So if you are on the sidelines, let's actually look at the pDAI price chart right now. It's about 2.6 cents. How far away to a pegging around 38, 39, 40x? Man, that's wild. Okay, so I have the next critical piece of information. So if you remember, friends, I'm going to play some nice gentle angel music. We're going to smooth it over, okay? If you remember, what's the controversy with pDAI? The controversy has always been, remember, I went down to the critical issue. I said, the controversy is not whether it can say it's $1. The Oracle says it's $1, yes. The controversy is the liquidity links to the outside world, okay? That's controversy because many people believe, no, it doesn't matter about that. If you don't have liquidity links to the outside world, you are a test net. You're monopoly money, okay? Friends, it's literally like you are a country. You have your own currency, but there's no exchange rate to the US dollar. So if you have your own monopoly country, then how are you going to do imports and exports from the rest of the world, genius? If you live on an island, friends, let's say you live on an island. Let's say you live on Dirt Island, Australia. And if we have our currency, but there's no exchange rate, no one wants to provide liquidity, then you have nobody to give you goods and services for your currency. There's nobody to take the other side of your paper money. You need a liquidity pair. You need the bridges. You need the exchange rate. You get it? And that has liquidity. That's why the price moves up and down. You see? Wow. Now, when I say this to people, some people say, well, that sounds a bit like FUD. No, Habib, welcome to the real world. If I have a necklace in my hand and I drop the necklace, if I tell you, hey, if I drop the necklace, gravity is going to take it to the desk, that is not FUD, okay? That is what we call reality, all right? Now, look at the reality of this, though. If you are, and here's another reality, okay? There are many non-believers of pDAI, and they say, it can't happen. There's no liquidity bridges. Wear this and wear that. And I've been telling you, it's a coming. You're front-running it. All right. Now, why? It sounds so logical. Why is it when I say it, it triggers people? Habib, it's because, friends, it's a first cycle unicorn. People in the pDAI community, okay, They believe it's a dollar already in their mind. So if you are saying there has to be steps to convince the rest of the world to do liquidity bridging and pairing and all this stuff, you're basically saying like that you're taking away the magic, okay? You're taking away the belief, okay? It's exactly Hex back in 2021, okay? With Hex, friends, what was the term? You remember, friends, shout out to all the Hexagons, but we all remember the term. I'm not going to name names, but they kept calling the T-share thing a money printer. As in, it's a money printer, keeps going and keeps giving you money, okay? And, you know, Hex kept pumping. Hex kept pumping. But friends, what would happen is, this is the funny part, okay? As Eric Wall is saying, no, it's not a money printer, you're just diluting the purchasing power of the coin and spreading it to different people. As he was saying that, it kept pumping up hard, all right? So I'm just showing you, it's funny, like the FUD is fuel for it as well. So, but we have something similar in terms of the elements going on here, right? So the non-believers, they don't see a bridge right now. They see no bridge, they see no farms, okay? And I'm saying, dude, if he puts on these bridges, once he goes like this step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this, everything starts to work, okay? That's what I'm basically saying. Now, I'm going to show you this extremely important information from NineIronCapital, okay? So keep your eyes out for all of the bridges now owned by Richard Hart. And Nine fans, he checks a lot of stuff on chain. He's already shown, you know, Near Protocol, rumored Richard Hart, friends. Oh, who is going to be? Oh, I can't figure it out. Okay. They're doing bridges to like every chain in the world. Okay. There's bridges everywhere. All right. So now Nine's working on all of them. He's found like the evidence. That's why it's like, oh, the mystery. Is he going to get into pDAI? Detective Sherlock Sommy, at it, sir. I'm on the case. Okay, that's where it's coming from. So he's found now the bridges. Do you see the link? The people who need the bridges to be announced by Richard Hart and all the websites to be done, they're going to be buying up much higher, dude. It's like it's over by that point. Not over, but like it's almost over. You know what I mean? By that point, the journey's done. The people who are us who just believe, you're just like, yo, this thing's cheap. There's a community. Let's go. Okay? They're the ones who win. All right. Now, he says he's going to put a post soon as well, but he goes, look, from his side, we are about to create the largest liquidity pool of stable coins globally. The rush to come in. So obviously this is true, friends. There are over 180 billion of stable coins out there in the world. Nine says 23 billion will be on PulseChain. I hope, bro. I hope that's about 10 to 15%. I hope so. That'd be a nice goal if we can get 10%. And if you're curious, what happens if we can get like 10% of those, let's say 180 billion out there, even if you can just get like 10 to 15. I mean, friends, by the way, that's a big number. If we can get that, we get the Hyperloop 170x, okay? Now, I'm just guessing. I don't know, but yes, that's how you want to know, hey, how the hell does like Pulse do 100x from day one, Sack? There you go, friends. That's the liquidity bridge, all right? But the next part, I've got to tell you, once again, it's controversial, but it's actually not. Because why is he able to Hyperloop after this part, friends? It's because now you have a bridge of US dollars on the outside and the pDAI everywhere, okay? And it can all price up. But you need people to bond, man. You need people to be in the game. You see? That's what. So, for example, you can't make, if your friends, remember Dirt Island, Australia? Imagine there was no currency exchange rate. Australia's value, it doesn't trade it. It's Ponzi money. It's a closed circle system. Like if you say, oh, Australia, your city is now worth $30 trillion. You're from America, like, no, we're not. We're not accepting 30 trillion. There's no exchange rate. You have your own monopoly currency on your own island, okay? Make a big exchange rate, then we have it. Now, this is where the controversy comes. Because in Australia, they're saying, let's say, for example, in this example, they go, oh, our price oracle, which is like MakerDAO, says, hey, we're worth $30 trillion. We're worth more than America. Yeah, but Americans have to come and pay prices in Australia with enough liquidity for these people to even cash it out. You get it? So it had to be like, it'd be an American citizen. Let's say Toby with his mustache. Toby hops on a boat. Okay, he hops on a boat. Tobiwan, he makes it to Australia. He's like, yeah, I want to buy a house. Okay, but Australian house, they quote the price for him and they say, well, this thing's $4 million US. And he's like, no, it's not. Not to me. There's a problem here, right? You see how there's a problem? So in Australia's self-referential system, their Oracle says, no, it's 4 million. And he's like, I'm not giving you that. You see what I mean? So even though your Oracle can say you're worth that much, your Oracle, it's not actually the truth. You need the bridge here. That's what you're betting on. That's what I'm telling you. You're betting on the buttons to be pressed, the bridging to be formed, okay? The bridge to get thicker. That's why what I'm showing you now is it starts from nothing and then it grows. That's why this post, NineIron's going to release. I don't know where he's going to release. He's working on all the facts and all the evidence to show them, right? Also, he's replied here as well. I will post them as soon as possible. They are actively using them as present. Here is one as a teaser. You see that, friends? I don't even know these logos, okay? You see that? He's already working on it. So thank you very much, Mr. NineIron. See, friends, I'm just showing you the bridges are happening. But once again, you know everything I've just said? Some people consider that FUD. Okay, bro. Keep crying in the corner. Okay, I'm just telling you, friends. Yes, it's going to $1. It's going to whatever. Look, this is just how it works, bro. This is how it works. You need somebody else to honor the other side. All right? You're betting that Richard can convince people to honor the other side. Simple as that. Simple as that. It's just like it literally is. You're betting in 2020 that Richard Hart can convince people to pay $5,000 for a T-share. That's what you're betting on, aren't you? If you're long, you're betting. Yeah, and did he? Yeah, he did. I forgot what the price went up at the top. Forgot what it was. Okay, or thousands of dollars for a T-share. Okay, so I forgot all the prices. But you see, or like you're buying Hex at 1 cent, which is like a market cap valuation of 500 million. You were betting that Richard was going to make people pay a 50 billion valuation. Do you see? And if you bet on him, you win. Did you not win, friends? Yes, you win. If you bet on him, you win. And that's why but here's the thing. More controversy. Because there's so much for these, friends. That's why pDAI is 2.5 cents today. It's not 25 cents. Okay. So people, they're waiting for the PulseX farms. They want Richard to accept the vote and to do all these. And then they're like, hey, Richard, bring out the farms. And I'm just telling you now, friends, that is like you're cheating now. If you need farms to create the bridge, friends, the farms are not for PulseChain community. The farms are for everybody out there. Okay? So Richard's obviously logical. He's like, why would I make farms and tell the rest of the world to come and buy the coin and front run hexagons? That makes no sense. Do you see what I mean? So this is logic. And it makes sense. Why would you let them come in and take the free money from you? So he's giving everybody a chance. So to go over that, right? So the non-believers, friends, they say it can't peg. There's no liquidity. It can't peg. And I'm saying, hey, bro, there's no liquidity today. Not much by what we need. There's not today. Dream big. You think Richard can't press a few buttons? You think he can't figure out the right game mechanics? That's what we're doing, right? And then maybe, friends, we just wake up one day and maybe the PulseX yield farms, like right here, there's all these farms that come out, friends. You know, like there's DAI, pDAI. You know, the pDAI that starts to come in, and here's the thing, okay? Who's going to come in and bridge in? Okay, people who have stable coins, right? But they want yield. That's why incentive token has to be strong. He gives them yield. He toggles up the yield. Incentive token has to get bid. You see? So now you can see why the sacrifice funds are important, because they have to like help incentivize that bridge. Okay? They have to help incentivize that bridge, that exchange rate linked to the outside world. Look, friends, maybe there's a few commas and dots. Maybe it's this and that. You know what I mean? But you get in the general picture, okay? Because we're running out of time. You've gone through all this. Because what people will do is you write 100 things, and I'm trying to help you, man. They'll go to like point number 46. They go, oh, you said left one was meant to be up. And you said down was meant to be left. Like, who cares, bro? You're missing the whole picture. The whole picture is this thing is going up. And the market is pricing it that way, friends. The market is obviously learning information over time. And it goes, oh, like, hey, it's been 1.5 years, Richard. You haven't denied anything about pDAI yet. You see, the market learns this over time, friends. It goes, wait a minute, it's been around for a year and a half. You still haven't said it's not your project. That must mean, that must mean it is one of your projects. Do you see, friends? People are like waking up to it. Also, as we've been doing all this right now, friends, I'm going to show you a chart. Look at this wacky pUSDC and pDAI stuff. Look at this. Friends, so what happened was, do you remember it was pegged? Here it is. It was pegged at $1. They unpegged it to test it. They unpegged it and let it go, and then look what happened. And then they repegged it. Bang. The arbitraging here. See? It gets pegged. Look at that. See? I think, and what happened here, someone like sold, friends, like $150,000 of USDC. I don't know what it was. Maybe a bot went haywire because they saw the liquidity pooling. I don't know what it was. Or maybe it was them. Maybe it was them selling. Maybe they just thought, hey, sell 150 grand and see what happens. Okay? So, so this is obviously rumors again. Shout out to Mr. NineIronCapital. Good to see another test of the depegging. So they depegged it as a test. So it's rumored Richard Hart temporarily removed that peg because he's speaking on chain. He's running open source software stuff. So he's speaking on chain. He's firstly, he pegged it and then he like depegs it. He like pegs it again. He's like testing it. He's like, hey, everybody, I'm testing stuff. Friends, it's kind of like we're going to fly a plane and you're watching like the engineers go out and they just turn on the turbines and they turn it off. You see? They turn on the turbines or they make, the wing antenna things. They turn them on, turn it off, right? And you're just watching that. And so you're taking the bet, I think this plane's going to fly. And then there are people on the sideline saying, no, I don't think this plane's going to fly for whatever reason. Okay? Maybe the pilot, maybe he's got very, very rounded elbows or something. He can't fly a plane properly. We have to fly tomorrow. You see what I mean? That's pretty much what everyone's arguing about. And they're like, if you're here doing the research, like, ooh, the pegging. If you're here doing the research, like what we're doing 18 hours a day, and I'm here reporting it here to you, I'm even showing you, whether you like it or not, the market is pricing this stuff in. It's not me or you. A lot of people think like, oh, well, like if you just cover this, it goes up. No, Habib. The collective wisdom of everybody, they're watching this stuff happen on chain. So it could have also been a test, friends. See this repegging? So it's kind of like saying, okay, let's depeg it, and then it does a repeg. Let's test the arbitrage stuff. So how they do the arbitrage, I forgot how they do it, friends. Like they buy something, there's a collateral flash loan, whatever. Like you know what I mean? There's moving parts here. So I mean, like this is what happened before that tank up again. See, it just goes back up. Okay, it's almost like Richard's saying, hey, I can peg stuff. I can make the oracle point this and look at this, and now there's arbitrage between them. And friends, honestly, of all of these, so if you knew, the longest time you can stake Hex is 5 days. Okay, so 5 repeating it's a meme in Hex community, and it's about 15.25 years. Okay, so 5 days. Today, and I'm not by today, I literally mean like 6 minutes ago. All right. The Telegram for pDAI reached 5555 members. Spooky coincidence. Okay. See, friends, some of it, that was Richard. Some of it, it's not. This is one of those things where you're like, okay, this is entirely left up to chance. You know when I say it's written in the stars? I can sniff the stars, friends. I can sniff them and I can drink it. That cold orange juice is like waiting. It's just waiting there. It's saying all these things like just thinking about you're on the edge and you're like, dude, it hit 5555 Telegram members on the day like today of all of this. Okay. And we screenshot it. Okay. So what do you do from now? I don't know if it's going to be a pullback, friends, because I'm telling you, like, this is not, you don't trade this, bro. Okay. Habib. Bro and broette, sis, cuz, pups, ducks, squirrels. Like, what? There's no trade. It's you're trying, like, it's so risky to trade pDAI because there's a series of steps that must complete, and then the oracle says it's $1 and the next phase begins. Okay, and like 11 things are done now. Like, you're trying to bet that Richard is going to take a pause after the next step, and you're trying to bet he's going to take a pause for like 60 days so you can rebuy back in. It's dangerous. What if you're wrong about that pause? What if you sell, it goes up a bit more, and then you think he's gonna make the next move in 2 months. Okay, what if literally 6 days later he makes the move and then like it like shoots up 2-3x again in the middle of your sleep? Like you can't get back in. You have to pay up a higher price. You see these uncertainties? That's why you're not meant to play it like a trader game like this. You get in and believe. That's it, right? So where to from here? Well, we know we have, friends, December the 6th is a proposal. It's logically consistent. I know it's so close. It is. It's logically consistent if Richard accepts it. He's like, you are the community. You are speaking and asking nicely. I will now accept the proposal and I will verify that, yes, the collateral of the vaults can be accepted. And then he goes and does the executive vote or something out here. Don't worry about that. It's basically one move. Okay, but as each step happens, and then after that, he can actually move stuff into the vaults. He's allowed to do it. And I even made a post here, okay, just as a real, like, you know, what I will do, friends. I mentioned this before, so maybe, like, you never know. Maybe he accepts the proposal and then he just waits 3 days. And then he does the next executive and like waits a couple of days. And then when he's finally able to put the collateral in, he just sends like 5 of the tokens, have Hex, of Pulse, of PulseX, just as like a signal. You know, and then as each step happens, friends, people who are sidelined, they're rushing in. And then when they see a Hex, when they see like a pDAI 10 cents, you know, to be honest, I really think if he accepts a proposal, pDAI should be like 5 to 10 cents, man. It's like, you should be at 5 to 10 cents at that point. And then if he does his executive vote, okay, now you should be like 20% chance. So why 20%? Because there are different addresses. So people in the market, they still haven't figured it out yet. But thank you to Mr. 99 and everyone else. The only way for you to get these tokens is to be the origin address, but it's not the actual exact account. I think. So these people on the sidelines, they're saying, wait, it's not Richard's address. And we're saying, Habib, for him to get these tokens, it had to be him. Okay, so what they want to see is the final piece, which is they want the actual origin address to move stuff into the vaults. If they finally see that, that's like a 50 cent, 40 cent pDAI. Because like, okay, the only step next is the bridges to be like released. Okay, and the liquidity farms. Okay, so what happens the next price? Look, I really feel like we should be in a 10 to 20 cent zone. That's why I generally feel like it's like, here's the thing. If pDAI is 20 cents, okay, let's say pDAI is 20 cents up here, and Richard has done all the votes and proposals, and the final step left is for the OA coins to move in the origin address. Okay, that's the final step. Why do I think like I can see the community being split. So the pDAI maxis, believers, will say, hey, it's Richard, obviously, he's going to move the coin next. So I'm going to hold this at 20 cents. I believe it should be $1. But then you have the other camp of people saying, no, it's just a vote. Nothing has moved in. It could be anybody out there in the world. The only way we'll believe it is if Richard Hart moves the origin address coins. Like, we might see a split like that. What odds is the market going to be trading at? That's what I'm guessing, 20%. 20 to 30. Obviously, we want the higher price of we want him to give a 100% chance. But once he starts to move in a bit, moving it in, it will be like red siren alerts everywhere. Like, warning, pull all your liquidity, buy every pDAI you can. Literally, that's it. So if I'm even saying those words, I'm feeling like it's more of like a 30 to 50 cent type of pDAI up here. Okay, but of course, it doesn't have to get there. People believe it's going to happen fast, and then we peg. Sweet, you wake up $1. Look, man, it's just a game of believers, isn't it? Like, subscribe, better, and all. Catch you soon.